The Labour government have just proposed a policy that is literally taken from Mein Kampf, like it actually is something that Nazi Germany did.
As you just said, this person's claimed the government are mirroring the Nazi Party in their immigration reform. But that's not true. The government aren't really taking jewellery from asylum seekers. The bit that the video is going on about is about the government's asylum plans, and part of it was that people with assets would be expected to contribute to their accommodation. And we aren't talking about herding groups of people up as undesirables and stripping away their individual items and their personality, as that sort of suggests. One of the government's main aims with their legislation is to address the issue of a burden on the taxpayer, which they say is caused by illegal migration. This is just a way of reducing that burden, if you like. That's their argument for the policy. And in that context, it's misleading to call it, or to say the government are mirroring Nazi policies. They're just not what they're doing. Alongside those changes, there are others too. For example, moving on with the reduction of hotels and changing the levels of integration with which people can access society. It's not all about the cost either. The government's plans are looking at expanding the amount of safe routes there are into the UK to reduce the reoccurrence of an issue over illegal migration. They're also looking at return schemes to try and speed up returns as well. Of course, those things are favourable. The government's track record with hotels, for example, isn't great. I mean, it's going down now, but to the start of their premiership, it was going up again. There has been concerns from some human rights groups and NGOs and stuff that inequality between asylum seekers will get worse due to these reforms. So there are elements of this that you can foul the government on, or you can also say it's inhumane for asylum seekers to be treated in the way the harsher treatment we're about to subject them to. But no, the government aren't mirroring fascists with their policy. It's trying to solve issues of illegal migration which they've spotted. Whether they'll be successful is another thing, but we shouldn't be comparing them to fascists and saying that it's wrong on that basis. We could say it's wrong on the policy basis. Anyway, this is Stupid Stories by News of the Week, where I break down misleading claims and articles. And if you found this video useful, give it a like, let me know what you thought about it in the comments, and share it with a friend, because they might have the same misconception about the government's policy. If you want to hear more about Britain's plan with asylum seekers, then you can do so through my podcast called The Roundup, which is where I did an in-depth dive on it last weekend. Bye.